be. Okay, that's not where I want that to be either. As long as the lightning's not hitting Eliza or myself, this should be fine. Be a lot better. Yeah, I know. Ugh. Be a lot better if I could get my Valkyrie to stand behind my decoy. Yeah, this is kind of working. I guess we're all hitting him enough that he's not actually, like, casting electricity. This is serious teamwork. If I didn't have my Valkyrie and Eliza, this game would be so fucking hard and slow to play. Like, it already is. When you think about the fact that, like, I'm at 5 hours, right, tonight, and I've still got one more thing to go down, and most of the rest of this place to go through. Like, it's gonna be an extra long stream. Like, tomorrow night I'm playing, Once Human. Get a new Valkyrie in there. I need you to play with the decoy, mate. That's not where I wanted that, but okay. Whatever works. Oh, man. Some more content for me. Well, look. Tomorrow night I'll be playing, oh god. Come on, Eliza. I'll be playing, Once Human. I'll be getting to check out the, Northern expansion. That'll be cool. And hopefully my partner can play for a bit as well. Because, we've got, in Australia, we have voting on Saturday morning. And then he's got, like, shit to do Saturday with his work, so it's gonna be a pretty fucking busy-ass weekend. And also, we've got a chili festival on Sunday, so that's something to look forward to. I'm honestly looking forward to it, because I haven't got to go to a chili festival since I've been, like, unwell with Crohn's, and at this point, I can't do any more damage. At this point, with the way that my Crohn's is kind of, like, almost in remission, I can kinda almost eat some normal stuff. Mate, if we could just get you killed, I literally can't help. Oh, I need mana to be able to summon. Come with me, Eliza. Oh, man. Give me my mana. Holy shit. I don't like that you're standing in the door like that. Hold on. Okay, I got a little bit of mana, and he's reclaimed his life so badly. This is a problem. I need you to play with the decoy. I'm gonna need a new Valkyrie, but as soon as you're playing with her... There we go. Nope, that's not right, mate. There you go. Play with her. Fucking don't hit it down. Don't hit him down further. I'm gonna have to just mostly wait this out with my Valkyrie and my Eliza. I bet a few people play the game right when it came out. I haven't seen much since. I was playing it when it came out. I got really lucky. Oh, finally. I got really lucky that I got notified of its release on the morning of its release. And then I ended up... it was a Wednesday night, so that was like random game night. So I got to get really lucky and like throw down basically to just start playing it from like launch night, which I thought was awesome. Because if it had cost money, I still probably would have got it, but I probably would have had to have waited till the Friday. So I got, like, the only hard part that I had was because I was playing the lore exclusively on stream, I couldn't progress the lore off screen. Although I did get to run around and do things like build and get resources and all sorts of stuff off stream and stuff. So that was nice. It is nice that I can play it like that. This time, I don't know how it's going to go. I'm probably still going to try to keep the lore to the stream, although it looks like it's a huge map. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time for the amount of time that the game gives you. I can chuck that in there, and that in there. Apart from that, I can't really fit much else in places. I can probably put this in there for now. That'll help. Alright, give me the axe. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I like the fact that I could play it on stream and off stream. And like the times that I was playing it off stream wasn't really impacting. The only problem was that obviously I couldn't like just go and do more lore and stuff with like people. So I was trying to get onto the same server as my cousin and his friends and we were not lucky enough to do so because it was already full. We're like several servers down from him, so that is unfortunate. Even though they reserved spots for us, we had to wait basically until Nick was back. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could fit this even if I wanted to. I had to wait till Nick was back from the other side of Australia before I could like set us up. Or otherwise, if I got in and Nick doesn't, then like obviously Nick wouldn't be able to play on stream and stuff, and that's kind of uncool. So yeah. So the cop out is that I don't get to run around with like a big group, but I do get to explore the game sort of at my own pace, which is kind of nice. Get rid of all these extra ones I don't need. Yeah, that's fair. I know the feeling from playing when I play a new game with friends. I can progress the story where I do or do new stuff if they're not around. Yeah, you can't progress it if you don't have it. No, I try, like, the only hard part is obviously, like, my partner wants to, like, run through the game when he's got time to play it. It makes it difficult, but as long as I'm ahead of him, like, he can hop on and catch up play, which is nice. Because, obviously he doesn't get as much time to play games as I do, because I obviously literally dedicate time to stream, but if I'm playing Once Human, I'm only playing it, like, once a week. Whereas previously I was allowing to play it like twice a week so that I could at least catch up and keep up, so that then he'd have more like content to play. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll figure out my schedule or whatever. Yeah, multiple Elizas right there. Yeah, some of these things have been good. Like that one's a whole Eliza, that's not. Pretty sure I've got a 20 strength. That's not too bad. I'm starting to get some good money. Like, it's not the kind of money that's going to let me gamble for gear soon, but I'm getting there. The point is, I'm saving some money. Yeah, it's costing me money to get Eliza every so often, but at least I can afford the health potions. At least I can afford the town portals and shit. It's kind of nice, you know? I thought these things could be open. Only a couple of them could be open. It's kind of frustrating. Oops. No positive progress, which is good. Yeah, it is. Like, I thought for a while the hardest thing would be is if everything decided to be, you know, immune to fire, I was going to have a really, really hard slog through hell. If absolutely everything was going to be that way, it was going to really make my playthrough more unbearably difficult than it should be. Right? Grabbing dinner? No worries. I'll be here. Yeah, so because luckily a lot of these things are still extremely flammable, I can kind of like, there's a shrine down here I might be able to grab. I can still kind of like kill off whatever I need, but it's only really the Fallen and the Shamans that are giving me grief. And I know that like the whole next area in the Stony Fields is going to be mostly Fallen, especially around the, you know, the stone pillar things. That's going to be hell because they're going to be like super, super fast. I already know that though. So I kind of thought that, oh, that would be like one of the harder areas because the Cold Plains, I never remember being difficult. And I don't remember if Nightmare or Normal was difficult. But I'll tell you what, the Bloodmoor has never been quite as fucking difficult as, like, this Hell Bloodmoor is. Like, that was a surprise. Oh, I'm dropping some big stuff here. I'm getting a lot of armor too, which is wild. Let me toss that up. I've probably got enough space to carry just a few more things. There's a maul and there's a, what was that, a sword? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so I don't have a lot of space left. Basically at this point I'm mostly just hoping to pick up like gold. I know that there's a spot I could go that way, but there's like this whole area down here I need to go still. Is it a lot bigger than I remember it being? Admittedly, it's a lot easier than the whole rest of the Cold Plains. Like, I feel like even if I was, like, just on a, in quotes, situation here. Even if I was to stream miraculously for like 6 hours. Right. I don't think... Oh no, there's something there.
I am overburdened.
I don't think I would have as much of an issue through these like mausoleums and crypts and shit as I did through the whole fucking rest of like, you know, leading up to Bloodraven.
Hello.
Because holy shit, she was goddamn difficult, you know? The other thing too is, out of interest for anybody that does wonder why I click and drag, so I actually do like to quickly read what amount it says, and sometimes it takes me a hot minute to process what I've seen. One of those people where like, I'll read something and it'll dawn on me like a moment later. I get that conversationally too. Sometimes like if I ever say what, if I'm talking to somebody and I say what, it's not because I didn't understand them. It's because my brain's still processing the conversation and it'll get to you in a minute. Like, we'll get there. It just takes a minute. Alright. This is looking like... How much money have we actually able to stockpile here? Because we are now at 566,000. We're partway there. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough in most cases to kind of buy like a real world house. So, as far as coins go, we're succeeding. Let me drop away the other potions. I think I'm okay for a moment. I don't want to have like a shit ton of potions in there because I keep just buying them at, you know, Akara. Every time I go over to her, I just buy them. There seems to only be like a little bit more in here. And there's an oil potion. I'm guessing my Valkyrie must have killed something. Hello. I gotta admit, I don't mind the Hungry Dead. Whenever I have to fight these guys, I actually don't mind because they're quite slow. They do hit really hard. But like they have to get to me to begin with. And I'll normally put down a decoy and they normally love playing with a decoy. Although something here is hurting me. In like close proximity. I gotta hand it to Eliza though. She's doing really well. Like, as far as staying alive goes, apart from that one run through where she died mysteriously to who knows what, she's doing pretty good. I'd love it if somebody was actually keeping like an active tally every time I played, like each different area, like how many times Eliza died and stuff, because it's not something I can actively do while I'm playing. Like, I just genuinely don't know from start to finish in a stream, like how many times Eliza dies. Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes she's just like, mind you, sometimes I can't afford to resurrect her, so sometimes she's dead like more excessively than she should be. But still, getting a lot of arrows and stuff here isn't a huge issue. I just don't really need them. Alright, I've got this like one area down here. Don't know how big this room's gonna be. It would be nice if it was like a loot room or something, but I think I already found the loot room. You know, this obviously goes down a bit. But yeah, if I could get through here and then I guess I can like dip into the mausoleum. I don't think this took me too long. It's like 20 minutes, which is pretty good considering all the cold plains took me like basically 4 hours. The cold plains was, we don't talk about the cold plains. Honestly, I really was expecting Bloodraven to actually be really fucking unbearably difficult because of how the cold plains were. And she wasn't that bad. Like, all things considered, I'd rather take her on again and like her undead and stuff and these catacombs than the whole fucking cold plains. Like, I'm just glad I don't have to do it again. Oh, I love the fire in this room. It's so pretty. I love the aesthetic of just like this pentagram fucking fire aesthetic thing. I don't know why. I actually have to go back. Lineman's dinner was not ready, but did get a drink. Well, at least you got some hydration in you, so that's a good thing. I have to cook up my dinner after stream later. I'm gonna try some lamb. See how that goes. It could be good. I'm assuming it's going to be greasy, but we'll see. I won't have to worry though, because like I've got basically hours until like the next night's stream, so it's not like I've got to really worry about like any side effects. Like, the coolest thing about like my Crohn's seeming to get better is that a lot of my side effects are lessened. Like, they either are not happening, or if they do happen, they're so reduced. Like, time frames and stuff are reduced. So I can actually recover from most things, like, by the next day, which is kind of nice. Obviously, shit still exhausts me, but not much I can do about it, you know? What's this energy drink called? Rubicon Raw Energy. That sounds awesome. I want one. Oh, shit, I'm in fire. Let me put a new one of these down here. It's made with 20% fruit juice. Oh, yeah? The energy drink tastes so freaking good, but my tummy cannot handle having more than half a can a day. That sucks, though. I get that with some energy drinks. I get that with, like, Monster and Mother really, really badly. That's why I don't drink them. I'm probably going to have to go around the corner there. But, like, I like Red Bull, and I don't mind, like, V. Like, I prefer Red Bull for the taste, because it kind of smells a bit minty. I don't know what the fuck it actually is, but it sort of smells a bit minty, whereas V tastes really syrupy to me. It never used to. I don't know if something changed or if I just got older, but, yeah, it just has, like, a really syrupy aftertaste to it, which isn't bad, but not always pleasant. Like, it's got, like, a thick syrupiness to it. I get that with Coke sometimes, though. Like, if I drink, like, I don't know, room temperature, like, you know, when your glass of soft drink, like, hits room temperature, and then you drink it, I get it from that. With Coke. Alright. This whole place done. It's nice. Now I gotta go all the way back up to the top. Wait, there's bolts there. I could go through the portal, but I need to put a portal up top. So that was a lot of extra money and a lot of extra loot. Now I've just got to go up and into the mausoleum. Well, I've got to go back to town, and then I've got to go to mausoleum. And then this whole area will have been done, and then next week it will be just stony fields. And that motherfucking nightmare of super, super fast little blue fallen. Which I think they go by a different name in there. I can't remember. But still, it's same shit, different color, basically. Alright. Also, I never noticed in the original that there's actually hanging, like, rogues there. Thought that was pretty fucking morbid. Alright, let's pop one of these here and go back to town. Let me shake out my fucking hand cramp. Yes, that's so true. One that has mango, but it's a mix of, like, orange, mango, pineapple, and passion fruit. It's the other thing I forgot. That sounds pretty fucking nice. I mean, as long as it doesn't have grapefruit in it, it would be pretty awesome. Like, I have a lot of medicines that, like, react poorly to, like, grapefruit juice. So, like, that's my only, like, downside. Like, I had that happen once where I got this really nice looking lemonade, like this non-carbonated lemonade. And I'm like, oh man, I was looking so forward to drinking it. And then I discovered after drinking it that it contained, majority of it was grapefruit juice. Because I'm like, this doesn't taste like lemons. I eat lemons. I fucking know what lemons taste like. And yeah, it was all like majority grapefruit juice. And I'm like, I had to basically like down so much water and like be monitored and stuff. Because like, yeah, grapefruit juice and certain medications can like make them more effective. And that can be a problem. Especially when you don't know what it's going to make more effective and how that's going to work, you know. So the walk I took earlier, so it took a lot out of me energy-wise, but I could honestly do with another one right now. I just wanted to. It's different than when I had active Crohn's and stoma. I'm going to have some water, hold on. Diablo is a thirsty game. It requires a lot of... I will hydrate again. It requires a lot of hydration. Mostly because I sweat a lot when I'm playing Diablo. It's, instead of like squeaking and eeking and stuff, I sweat playing Diablo too. Like, I don't have the heater on or anything like that. Like, in winter, it's one of the few times where I'll put the heater on like super low. I'm assuming this place is going to be just as big as the previous place. So I'm expecting this to be about a 20-minute run, give or take, depending on how psychotic things are in here. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I get that with walking though sometimes too, is I would love to go for a longer walk than I can. But I know that like, oh geez, in the process of walking itself, like because I've got like a bunch of like old injuries and stuff like that, everything starts to hurt really badly when I'm out walking. Like if I'm on the treadmill, it's not as bad because I can stop and I can go again as soon as I feel up to it. But like when I'm out walking and stuff, sometimes I'll need to sit down because like something's aching too much. Like if it's my hip or it's my back, it's unbearable and I need to rest. But yeah, obviously when you're out and about, there's not many like public seats unless you go to like a park or something. And then these days, parks don't really have like good public seats anyway, because they don't want to accidentally let, you know, somebody that doesn't have a house like have a rest, God forbid. Yeah, so anyway, when I'm with like the treadmill, it's not so bad because like I can always just stop and start again. Like if I sit down for a couple of minutes and then start up again, and that way everything just stops aching. But I get what you mean, because like sometimes you feel better after a little while. This is the thing with Crohn's, I swear it is like you'll just start to feel better out of nowhere later, and it's like, oh, I've already like cleaned up and I've already settled down and I'm already watching something comfortable and I don't want to go again, kind of thing. But you know, oh god, you know that like you'd be able to if you wanted to. I have to be careful in here because apparently this guy is electrified enough. I need to stand back. Here seems to be okay. That's what I've done sometimes when I'm super into a game. I notice it happens a lot when I get into hyperfocus. I get it during a few things. Diablo 2 is one where some of the battles are so intense because like I'm on the cusp of death with my people all the time, or I'm trying to like manage who's walking into a room where they're standing and stuff, but whatever. Nope. I scratched my nose for a brief second. Other times, like, I do sometimes get it in 7 Days to Die, if, like, in Blood Moon, when shit's going south. Like, that's sometimes when that happens. Sometimes with PUBG, but it's usually, like, only when I'm aware that I'm actually playing PUBG. It sounds so weird, but, like, when I'm playing PUBG, I don't really care, right? I'm just nonchalantly running around, like, shooting things and talking and stuff, right? Because that's how I play PUBG. But when somebody draws attention to back them in like the top 5 or something like that, I then suddenly feel the pressure of being in the top 5. And I've had it a few times where I've won because I haven't realized that I'm second last, or not second last, like the second last person alive, you know? And it's just so happened to be that like somebody else has died and I didn't realize, and I was fixated on the person I was fixated on, and now I've killed them and they happen to be the last person. Those are always great because then I get to the end and I'm like, oh, I won? Like, I just don't notice. Yes, sir. Like how anything strawberry flavored checks ingredients, 3% strawberry and 17% apple. A lot of juices are actually majorly apple if you actually read them. It's something to do with like apple juice or something is not very strong or pairs very easily with others, and it can be a cheaper liquid substitute to like fill in the gaps kind of thing. I did give Eliza a little bit of extra help, but she's not doing well in here. Let's see if we can get her out of here. There we go. That time she actually acknowledged that she got health, so maybe the previous one she didn't work. Sometimes there's also a happy medium where you don't hurt. So don't hurt right now, but you know that you did... What? Hold on. You know that if you did go and do XYZ thing, it would cause you discomfort or pain again, probably worse than what it was before, like knowing your limits. Yeah. That's why I often feel guilty when I'm not expanding myself beyond, because it feels as though I'm being lazy. Look, I think in some capacity, like, I have a reasonably okay tolerance for pain. I don't know what you were killing, mate. Like, when I cleaned my house, that was excruciating. Like, you gotta know, I had streamed, what day was that? That was Saturday. I streamed Friday night. I did my editing until like the wee hours or whatever, right? I stayed awake throughout the day, so I didn't sleep Saturday. Then took my partner to the airport in the afternoon. I came home and I started cleaning, and I didn't finish cleaning till after midnight. And while it was like physically excruciating to just like go and do all like the activity and the motion and stuff like that, like I also knew that if I stopped, I wasn't going to restart in a day or so. Like it was then or never kind of thing. And even though I was like really fucking tired and did want to like, you know, stop where I was and stuff, I like kept going, and I think I spent probably maybe 5 hours cleaning my house. But then like the next few days I just spent doing like, I spent working on like some super secret shit that I can't tell you about. But it was also very physically taxing and also psychologically very mentally taxing as well to like get set up. What are you doing, Azula? She's walking in front of the microphone. Hold on, I gotta pat the cat. There we go. Alright, the cat has been patted. But yeah, anyway, like I immediately just like went on to next like super physical stuff after it, and I'm like, as tired and sore as I am, like I don't know if maybe it comes from like all the time that I spent doing the weightlifting, where like I was sore and I'd go back to the gym the next day and I'd go and do more exercises, because I knew that if I didn't go back while I was sore, I wasn't going back. So like I'd go morning and night and I'd always be sore. There was never a time when I wasn't sore from the gym. And I seemed to work pretty well being like perpetually sore and tired and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird existence. Let me get out of here. I missed something then. Was the apple juice is stupidly cheap? Yeah, I thought so. It actually tastes sweeter than using XYZ juice. Some fruits don't even make good juice due to being too thick. Yeah, well that's the other thing too, is apple juice can act as a sweetener as well. Because I remember reading somewhere that like apple juice is usually the majority of what juices are. Which kind of makes sense why like apple juice isn't a bad juice. Like when you drink it independently, you'd be like, oh, this is nice. But like if you get any kind of like tropical fruit drinks and stuff like that, they all kind of, they sort of do taste the same. They sort of do just taste like apple juice. Maybe the ones with pineapple taste a little bit more acidic, but that's about it. It's not much. You can get that in Team Fortress too, or what's it, League, whenever I'm trying to carry a team I sweat like mad. And even Winter. Yeah, it's just a focus thing. Eliza looks like she's doing alright. She was taking pain then. But mentally and physically it is very hard to pick up once you feel like you've spent your energy. The other thing too is like, because like it's not just like the medical sense of like having Crohn's for me. Like I've got chronic pain disorder, and I've got like injuries, like permanent injuries and stuff like that to like my neck, back, hip. I've got like other bits and pieces around the place that are like just kind of old injuries that aren't like chronic. They hurt more like in winter or during certain like, you know, certain humidities and pressure systems and all that shit, right? So like I got all those aches and pains and shit, but like, I don't know. I'm one of those like people that just push through, and it's like everything hurts, but I need to do something. And it's gonna hurt anyway, even if I stop at this point. I might as well finish whatever the thing is, so then it's at least finished. The only funny thing was, in amongst cleaning my house, is I discovered that my vacuum cleaner doesn't work. And I don't know how long that hasn't been working, because I'm pretty sure when we got the second air conditioner installed really recently, I'm pretty sure it worked, because the technician that came out to install that, vacuumed the room after the fact. Like we were just going to vacuum it ourselves, but he offered, and it's like, that's fine. And then he ended up vacuuming the whole room, and it's like, holy shit, man, you only had to do like this little like square in front of the air conditioner. But yeah, the vacuum doesn't fucking turn on, and I don't know why. I don't know when this happened. I don't assume it's him that's done it. I assume it's probably just, it's old as shit. It's like, I don't know. I had that since I was 18. I think I bought that when I was 18. So I'm like 36 now. Somebody wants to do the math on that. I'm pretty sure it's like 15 years old, 15, 16 years old. So honestly, it's like, it's done some serious fucking years. But still. Out of interest, if you ever can't vacuum, I know this sounds really stupid, but you can always just like get like a hard bristled fucking broom and just like sweep your carpets if you need to, at least in the interim. It still works, it just doesn't like take the dust out of the room. You have to like manually sweep it away, kind of thing. It's a different kind of thing. It's you call it ingenuity. It's like, I don't know, MacGyvering a situation maybe. Oh man. So my favorite juice drink is GO2 apple and raspberry. It's almost all apple, very little raspberry. It kind of reminds me of a drink, and I'm not sure if it's the same one I'm thinking of. There's one that's in